On an autumn evening, a light mist was rising in the cemetery. Tombstones stood silently guarding the quiet repose of the dead, however. There was an oddity in this cemetery. A fresh rose placed on top of a grave was disturbing the silence. This rose was vibrant and alive, shining among the wither. This rose was vibrant and alive, shining among the withered and decaying flowers surrounding it. A group of friends, Emma, Jake, and Lily, decided to visit the cemetery one night. They were university students with a curiosity for exploring local legends. Lily had spotted the fresh rose and was eager to investigate. The cemetery was quiet, and the stars were shining brightly. The three friends walked among the tombstones. While Emma read the dates on the tombstones, Jake approached Lily and asked, "Did you see this rose on a grave?" Lily replied, "Yes, it's right here," and pointed at the rose. But there was a name beneath the rose, Isabella Turner. The tombstone dated back to the 19th century, yet the rose appeared as fresh as ever, creating an eerie contradiction. Emma asked, "Who placed this rose here?" and found a letter beneath the rose. She carefully opened the letter and began to read. It was a letter written by a lover, describing how their love had persisted even after death. It spoke of a passion that continued to exist beyond the grave. Intrigued by the letters, the friends decided to spend more time in the cemetery. However, in the late hours of the night, they began to hear chilling sounds that disrupted the cemetery's silence. A sound as if earth was cracking open echoed from among the tombstones. The friends followed the sound and witnessed a horrifying sight. One of the tombstones appeared to lift on its own, and soil slowly trickled down its sides. With eyes wide with terror, a figure emerged from the grave. The figure was none other than Isabella Turner. She did not look at her friends until her eyes adjusted to the darkness. In fear, Emma, Jake, and Lily retreated. Isabella approached the grave where they had placed the rose and took it. She then looked back at her friends and greeted them with a sinister smile, saying, "You're here to terrify." The friends stepped back to where they had placed the rose on Isabella's grave. At that moment, more figures began to emerge from the surrounding graves. The cemetery suddenly seemed to bear witness to the awakening of the dead. Isabella approached Emma, extending her hand. Emma resisted Isabella's touch, but her hand began to darken under Isabella's influence.